Hi folks, and welcome back. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you very much to everyone who's watched and subscribed to the channel. The response has been absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon with it. Just can't believe that many people would want to watch me messing about in the shed. Well, thanks anyway to everyone. This is just a quick little video because I wanted to try and get some information on a piece of wood. As you know by now, you can probably tell I'm a bit of a salvager, and a few weeks back we got a piece of teak which came out of a factory. It was actually a workbench, and I mean, when I say a workbench, this was solid. This workbench was absolutely solid. The teak is so heavy, it's unbelievable. So anyone who can give me any sort of help in identifying exactly what type of teak this is definitely a teak, but I've never felt that the weight in this stuff is absolutely amazing. So if I take you over to the workbench, and I'll show you this piece and see if anyone can identify it. Well, this is the piece of teak. That we got from the factory. Now I don't know what kind of teak this is, but the weight in it's unbelievable. If this piece of wood actually dropped on your foot, it would break your toes. It's that heavy. At first I thought it was an old piece, but then I come to realise it's not really that old. You can see there's a groove, a mortise groove for a sliding tenon, mortise and tenon, where it had some panels in the fixture. And maybe Robbie the woodturner, he may be able to give me more help on this to tell me just exactly what kind of teak it is. It's lighter than the other teaks that I've got, but I do know that it's the older it is, the darker it gets. This was actually, when it was milled, it was cut into metric sizes. So here in the UK, that's probably in the last 20-30 years. Before that, it would have been milled in imperial sizes. So that's the piece anyway. I don't know if anyone else can identify what type of teak it is, but I'm telling you that the weight in this is unbelievable. What I'll do is I'll just put it to one side and I'll show you a couple of projects that I made with this piece. Okay, the first one I made with this is a small what do they call it? It's like a letter holder. Can you see that teak? It's really nice. The wood is really nice. So I made that one, and to go with it, a little tea light. Again, you can see the actual the grain, and it's fantastic. And also I made this small potpourri box, and it is really nice, the wood. These projects are quite easy projects to make, so I didn't actually show you the turning of them. Basically it's just an awl held into a screw chuck, and then turn them over, put a tenon in, and hollow them out. Quite straightforward stuff. it's more the wood that I wanted to show you, and see if we can find out what kind of teak this is. The colours in it are beautiful. The oranges and yellows, browns, they really shimmer. I just finished them with ordinary a 50-50 mix of shellac and boiling the seed oil. That's what I finished them with. The other thing that I would like to show you today is something. This here, super glue and activator. Now this stuff can be quite expensive. We actually found this in a shop here in the UK called Poundland, and you know, it was £1. And they also do a epoxy, 2-part epoxy, again £1. Now the thing is it any good? So I thought, well, we've got to give it a try. So I needed to make a couple of pens, so I thought I'll try it on the pens. And these are the pens that I actually made with it. Can I zoom that any better for you? They're the pens I actually made. Now this pen here is made from the same wood. I took a piece of that and I made this pen. You can see it's lighter in colour. And this pen is teak, but it's very old teak. I know where this comes from, this one. It is a very old piece. The pen kits are Sierra pen kits. I got them from Axminster here in the UK. Now this is the super glue finish that I used. It's this one, the one we bought for £1. Now can you see that? It's a beautiful glass finish. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I'll show you the second one, the darker teak. It's a really nice finish. And the epoxy, I used the same epoxy, this one, to glue the tubes in. So it works. There's nothing wrong with it. I just thought if any of the UK viewers passing a Poundland, it's worth buying. It's worth buying. These pens, if anyone is interested in making pens, there's lots of information out there on YouTube in the woodworking community with their pens. If I give you a couple of recommendations, in the UK I would look at Tony Oaksho, and in the US I would look at Bob, RJB WoodTurner. Both of these guys make absolutely fantastic pens. So if you're interested in learning how, I would go to them two sites. What I'm going to do with these two pens is another friend and fellow woodturner is Christopher Fisher, the blind woodturner. And for those of you who know him, he does some great projects, and those don't know him, you want to have a look at his channel. It's brilliant. The man is totally blind and he turns some fantastic stuff. Chris makes pens, and he makes them up for a charity. The charity is called The Speed of Sight, and Chris makes these pens and donates them to the charity to try and raise funds. And what they do is they take a blind person out on a track and give him an experience of driving a car. It's a very good cause. And what I'm going to do with these anyway is I'm going to pop them in the post and send them up to Chris Fisher and ask him will he take them into Mike Newman at the Speed of Sight and donate them on my behalf. You know, if it helps someone out, well, all the better. Well, they're the projects that I made with this piece of wood. I'll just lift that back a bit if I can. They're the projects I made with this piece of wood. I think the wood is really nice. The projects themselves don't matter, it's the wood that's, for me, it's the wood that does it. And yes, I think it's a lovely piece of wood. Maybe someone can tell me what particular type of teak this is, or is it just not aged yet? But the weight in it, this is heavier than any teak that I've ever seen. It's absolutely fantastic. And for those in the UK, pop along, Poundland, you can't beat it. I love a little bargain. So that's about it, just a quick video. My next video actually will be out a couple of days after this one. And again, on the themes of salvaging, an old stair newel post. I'm going to turn a little vase out of this, so that'll be coming in the next day or so. So thanks everyone, thanks very much for watching, and thanks for subscribing. That's what I was going to do. I was going to put my piece of paper in there and demonstrate my little workpiece. Can you see that? There you go. Thanks everyone, bye for now.